Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Attack on Titan. Last time on Attack on Titan, we had Special Operations Squad, Eve of the Counterattack Part 2, where Eren and the Levi gang made it over to I believe it was the old Scout HQ, and they had to clean up the place, and it was actually kind of funny, watching all of them clean everything. And let's see, what else was there? I am again being distracted by the live-action Street Fighter ad on the Blu-ray that I completely forgot about again. I'm gonna ignore it this time, though. So yeah, they went there, cleaned up. Then Eren was talking with Commander Hanji about her research, and was actually starting to get into it, and then started to regret getting into it. And then it turns out her test subjects, Sonny and Bean, were murdered. Specifically murdered as well. And there could be some troubles within, maybe between the Scouts and the MP. We'll have to see. We also got the news that there will be actually some new recruits to the Scouts, which is a bit unusual, but it's basically the Scouts want to bring in some of the cadets from Trost so that the military police doesn't, fill in the rest of the ranks. So, yeah. That's pretty much that. I'm still being distracted by the Street Fighter ad, so yeah. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. This is also where I say that if you want to watch my reaction to this episode of Attack on Titan, what you gotta do is head down in the description or to the pinned comment, click on that link there, and that will take you over to the reaction. And you can watch that, hopefully have a good time. When you're done with that, you can pop right back over here for the discussion. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into this episode of Attack on Titan. Here we go. Alrighty, folks. That's episode 16. Man, oh man, this is crazy. Now, I know technically no one died, but this is a shot for not really celebration, more, I don't know what we're going to call this one, but this is going to be a shot taken in the hopes that we don't have to take more shots to the new Scouts. Long may they serve. And hopefully they win. We're probably going to lose a couple, but, Alrighty, that is episode 16. Man, oh man. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. It really didn't talk about whoever, killed those two Titans, So I'm very curious, where we're going to go with that. But yeah, that was pretty good. We can go ahead and hop right into the notes. The first thing I wrote down is the Scouts versus the MP. So we at least lost one character, being Annie. Annie has decided to join the military police instead of the Scouts, which honestly, I don't blame her. And honestly, I guess it does sort of work because I don't know. Well, first off, it makes sense that not everyone can join the Scouts. If it was just like, oh, well, here's all our friends from the Battle of Trost, and now they're with us here in the Scouts. It makes sense that someone left. And it's an interesting twist that it was Annie who left, and Jean actually joined the Scouts. I do like that twist, I really do like Jean because he was kind of introduced as sort of an asshole character, but he's definitely a lot more complex. And that was, first seen through Marco, of all people, that was first seen with his interactions with Marco, where, he was like, oh, well, you're a great leader because you know what it's like to be weak, And yeah, that does work. Like I like his sort of character arc that we've gotten over the course of these episodes, you know? So that's really, really cool. And him being like, yes, I'm not suicidal like Eren is, but, and yes, he is afraid. After everything he saw at Trost, he is afraid of the Titans, but he wants to do something about it, He will go in and take them down. So I do really like that. So yeah, I had to pull up the clock here on the on my computer because I'm about to set a video to public. It's almost noon, so yeah, never mind that. But yeah, and it's also interesting that they bring up again the Scouts versus the MP because we've kind of had from the beginning. It's like the military police are very much a more comfortable job. Like I don't think they've said like they pretty much never see Titans. They really just there as police officers, for the people, So I can understand anyone going to the military police instead of the Scouts. It's just interesting that now the guy who from the beginning said he was going to go to the military police is now going with the Scouts, and now Annie, who was this incredible, amazing, warrior, this incredible cadet, maybe second only to Mikasa, is actually going to join the military police, So I like that. And then, we had the recruits. It was nice, well, first off, seeing our crew again, because, well, I guess we just didn't have them last episode, and they weren't really featured in the episode before that, other than Mikasa getting angry with Levi, but that was about it. But yeah, so it was pretty cool seeing them again and again, getting their like philosophies on this, and I like Jean also being motivated by Marco's death to try to do something. I like that Marco's death. For a character that honestly like didn't get many lines, and I don't even think I knew his name before he died. He's honestly left a huge impact on both Jean and even Eren. So that was interesting. And then we got the recruitment process, which was a very interesting... I really like Commander Smith's approach to giving speeches. His speeches are the weirdest, man. Like, we had 2 episodes ago during the trial... Hold on, I've got to set the video to public in a few seconds. So, a few episodes ago... we had him going over like, okay, well, why should the Scouts take him? And it's like, we think that we can use Eren Yeager to beat the Titans. Thank you. Like, it was a very simple, thing, Yeah, hold up. And, okay, and, okay. Now, I'm good. I published the thing. It took me a second to do that, but anyway. So... yeah, it was interesting. His speeches are very interesting because, again, like at the trial, it's like, yes, we think we can use Eren Yeager to beat the Titans. Thank you. And it's like, that it? That's it. We believe we can control him. And, now granted, it definitely took the convincing by Captain Levi in order to convince the Premier, in order to allow them to have Eren, but... with Levi beating the shit out of Eren. But still, like, that speech was just, like, not convincing, like, in the slightest. And then we had, in this episode, where he's talking about, like, yes, things suck, and they're going to keep sucking, but, you will probably die. We've lost 60% of people in 4 years. A third of you will probably die in a few years. Most of you will be dead in another few years. It's like, but would you like to join anyway? Like, his speeches are just the weirdest, And so it's like, yeah, no wonder most of them left. Now, it seems like they got about 20 new scouts, It seems like they got about 20 new scouts. So that's at least good. Like, I don't know, like, I could probably, if I went back and, like, counted, I could probably, like, to that specific spot. Let me see. No, that's a bit further than that. It's a bit hard to go back to a specific place. Now, okay, I'm not going to be able to get back to it, so... But it looked like there were about 20 people that stuck around to join the Scouts, so that was pretty interesting. And yeah, you know, with some of them, when you get, like, you know, inside the minds of Jean and Sasha and Connie, and they're like, you know, should I go? You know, there's no turning back at this point. It's like, it's this or not. Like, this is the point of no return. Like, if you decide to join the Scouts here, the only way out is dying, basically. So that was interesting, and them just, you know, holding there and just really going through this huge internal debate of should I stay or should I go, you know? Like, play the song, you know, should I stay or should I go? So yeah, and it was also interesting, like, with Jean standing there, it's like, I've already made my choice. Please don't leave me alone here. Like, someone stay. You know, he's basically saying that, you know, please don't let me be alone here. But we did keep a decent amount of people, you know, and I like, you know, obviously we kept Armin and Mikasa, obviously, but we kept Jean and Connie and Sasha and the little blonde girl and the other girl that is always, like, berating her, and we kept the two guys. Reiner, I think, is one of their names. I don't remember the other one. Damn it! But the people that, like, helped Eren back into training. So we kept those two as well. So it is nice. I'm glad, you know, we do have a decent amount of people that we are keeping from Trost. So I like that. We also got a bit more discussion on the true enemy. So again, they didn't really talk about the whole thing with, oh, well, you know, someone clearly went in and killed those two Titans. Like, who was it? And I'm wondering now, honestly, maybe we're not even going to talk about it that much, but we did bring up when Commander Smith talked about the true enemy. You know, and I actually like that none of them understand what he was trying to say. Like, now I would imagine maybe Levi does, but I don't know. It's interesting that none of them, and they've, you know, worked with him, none of them know what he's actually talking about when he's talking about the true enemy. So I'll be very curious. You know, you can kind of guess, like, okay, well, maybe he's talking about the military police or, you know, traitors within humanity's ranks, but we really just don't know what he's talking about. So I like that will sort of be the continuing thing. So I'll be curious to see how that goes forward. We did have the reunion, which was good. The reunion of Eren and all the new Scouts, which was cool. I like Mikasa immediately being like, that pipsqueak hurt you. We're gonna make him pay someday. It's like, would you chill the fuck out? I love, like, that may honestly be like the first funny moment Mikasa has had, and obviously, you know, she wasn't trying to make a joke, but that was really funny. Just her anger boiling up again over Levi, you know. So I did really like it. I like her calling him a pipsqueak too. That pipsqueak, like, oh my gosh, I fucking love Mikasa. Mikasa might be my favorite character in the show. I really love her. So, we also got to talk with Jean about Eren needs to be worthy for them to lay down their life. Like, Mikasa will lay down her life at any point, and kind of Armin too. But the rest of them, they need Eren to prove himself of being worthy enough to lay down their lives for him, you know? So I like that because, you know, at first it's like, okay, here's Jean doing his Jean thing again. He's kind of being an asshole. It's like, oh, you tried to kill Mikasa, but he did turn that into a good point, you know, where he's like, look, we gotta know that we're doing the right thing. You need to prove yourself to us, you know? So I like that. And then at the end, yeah, I believe they said it's the 57th recon mission, which is pretty cool. 57th. I wonder like what the count is. Does that count like the past 100 years of the war with the Titans, or does that count like, I don't know, or does that count like the past 5 years since Shiganshina? I don't know. I'm curious. I'm slightly curious. That doesn't really matter in the long run, but it's just kind of interesting. So yeah, the 57th Recon mission with all our new scouts. And I love they all got the cape and cowl, too, along with their jackets. Man, I kind of want that, because I already want a jacket of the scouts. Like, I think that'd be really cool. But now I also want the cape and the cloak, too. You know, the cape and the hood. Oh, I want that as well. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I wrote down. So yeah, good episode, and I'm excited to see where we are going in the next arc, because I believe we are starting a new arc next time. So yeah, that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Attack on Titan videos, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.